Hello, this is Maijo 2001. This painting that we're going to do is going to be a very quick painting. It's just going to be a speed painting. This one, what I really focused on was going and building shapes to go and make everything look kind of three-dimensional. So this is the finished result, and let's go ahead and let's just start a regular process. We've already done alpha channels, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I'm building out my shapes. With this one, pretty much everything is going to just go and be circles, and then we're going to go and be doing our shading from there. So highlight, backlight, and from here on out it's pretty much just doing circles over and over again, just going and changing their color and shape. Doing the ears, this one's kind of a new attempt for me. Never really done it this way before, but thought it might be kind of fun to do. So doing the backlight is a light purple. A key thing to remember whenever you're going and doing backlighting, you always want it to go and be about a half shade darker than whatever your highlight is. That'll go and give it kind of the tell the viewer that it's a three-dimensional. So painting in the eye. Remember, you don't actually always have to go and make the actual eyeball the same shape as the eyelid for the eyeball the same shape as the eyeball. Highlights. Now, if you notice, I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to go and switch the shading on everything so that the purple is the backlighting from the left. And you'll see that in just a second on the eye. Pretty simple, still just blocking in shapes. If you notice, the lips are actually a little bit dark, so I'm actually going to go and lighten those in a little bit. But if you notice the actual facial structure and whatnot, it looks, it doesn't look like just a bunch of circles, one on top of another, when we go and start adding in our shading and whatnot. Of course, got to go and do the circles for the cheeks. When you're going and doing paintings, if you don't want something to go and look blatantly flat, make sure to go and do some fade into it using your mask. And what that'll do is it'll go and make it a little more natural looking. You might have missed it, but when I went and did my hair, I have a special paintbrush that I actually built specifically for hair. And I'm happy to go ahead and actually, I'll do a focus on my next painting. I'll actually go and do a focus on just hair. And that way we can experiment a little bit and I can kind of show you how I do my builds. Just doing the really faint smudge brush, kind of blocking in my shapes. And you'll notice with this one, in the end, I ended up just merging the layers together because it was more work than it was worth to go and try to keep everything separate. And just bringing in the backlighting. And highlighting for the boots. Again, all we're really doing here, we just go and pick our one main light source, then paint in our back source or our backlighting, and then go ahead and just do make sure to lock down your layer, and then just go ahead and make sure to do the filter on it, and that'll go and give you the semi 3D look. We're just doing the mask here. You just paint in black and then do your Gaussian blur, and that'll go and make it where the balloon looks semi-transparent. Usually when I do shadows, I'll go and use whatever my backlighting is, and I'll go and do that as part of my color. So with this one I did some purple blue, and then I just went and had it more towards gray for the shadow, and then I went ahead and just changed it to about 30 to 40% when I went and I paint with the brush for the shadow. So, and I'll show this a little bit better in some of my other paintings, but if you notice where the purple is still showing through on the arms and on the chest, what I did basically is I duplicated the layer, and then I went and did a mask, and I went ahead and I removed the section of the purple so that it would show through a little bit better. Just finishing up the suspenders, painting in the shadow for the neck. And depending on how realistic you want something to be, that'll decide how many grays you want. Usually you're actually going to have a lot of grays inside of a realistic painting. This one, since it was supposed to be more for cutesy, it has a lot of saturation in it, a lot of bright colors, and not a whole lot of desaturation because there wasn't a whole lot of point for it. Here we're just testing out the different balloon colors. For the most part, I don't go and do a whole lot of color changes on things unless it just isn't working for me. But that's as simple as it is. If you have any questions, go ahead and just post them. This is MyJoe 2001, and thank you for watching.